Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome to Deadlink, a demo of a movement shooter that actually is probably pretty good because I hear good things about Deadlink. We reduce the volume a few points. Gore on, yes. Hey, it's at the right resolution when I started the game. Brilliant. I'm just gonna play demo. Slot 1, do the tutorial. Bright and optimistic, the future we dreamed up. That future is here. It is blindingly bright with neon lights and the blinking of LEDs. Optimism, however, is only experienced with the right neurotransmitter cocktail or a glitch in your cybernetic synapses.
Good morning, Agent.
Agent 47?
Your healing cyberbrain coma is complete. No more sleeping on the job. Can't have you going into real missions just yet. Let's put on the training wheels. Just for you.
Thank you, thank you. Initializing optic nerves. Oh, this is apparently written in C. Okay, I'm gonna press the skip button. As cool as, you know, the animations are, it's a little much. And I'm going to reduce the sensitivity because I guess I just have the wrong DPI settings on my mouse, so I have to always do this in all the games that I play. Dude, this looks so much better. Well, hold on, it had to load the shaders first, but oh, a much better experience. We got a dash. It's loading walls. We can probably do a little bit of a wall climb, do a little bit of a dash, do a little bit of a wall climb, a little bit of a dash. We got a double jump as well. Now this is a tutorial. I didn't even have to look to see what the objective was, let's be honest. Pick with the rocket launcher, swap weapon. Hello. We'll swap to the weapon. Oh, I'm out of ammo for it. What the heck is this? Break sea balls with melee for ammo, okay. Press N for more details. Oh, I'm on the wrong, okay, I gotta lock the mouse to the screen. That's why I couldn't do anything. You know, I gotta say, it does suffer the same problem as all Unreal games, which is that for some reason, I can't believe they haven't found a solution to this problem yet. Of, you have to always like load every single shader before it actually stops stuttering. It's a problem with every Unreal game that I've played. How have they not solved this problem yet? Hi. The stutters, they go down over time at the very least. Even if it does take time for the stutters to go down. You know what? I don't know how I feel about having to run around and punch these balls to get ammo. I don't like punching my balls. When killed marked enemies, drop resources. Shields, primary weapon, or secondary weapon ammunition. Killing marked enemies is essential to your survival. How about you just kill all enemies? I didn't even see any mark. They looked exactly like normal enemies. Use repel 3 times. I gotta use the body. Hold on. Resummon him, please. You know, at least I understand this game. This is pretty good. Scrambler. I see. Made them a little bit, use the scrambler and the repel. Scrambler made them all a little bit stunned for a moment. There's a charge for this stuff. Oh, I see, bottom right corner. You got your Q, you got your F. That's like a supercharge, or maybe that's just giving me whatever the yellow resource is. What's yellow? Maybe that's just indicating which one I'll move to if I press Q. No, there's something going on there. Not entirely certain what. Marked enemies are blue. They're all a different color. Everything's its own color. Mark enemies with grenades. Control 3 times. Like, is this a red enemy? Oh no, it marks you and then makes you drop ammo. Oh, don't Doom Eternal me. I don't need to have 18 different types of equipment. We've got repel, we've got a freeze, we've got a grenade. Choose your reward. Next shot will shock an enemy. New implant. Only one? Installed implants, matrix implants. Your combat shells inventory, you have activators, slots, implants, and a backpack. Activators are bound to certain actions. Implants provide active and passives. Implants reside within your backpack. Drag your implant from the backpack to your slot. Active. Next shot will shock an enemy. When does this activate? Oh, I see. On weapon swap, we can shock an enemy, or on repel, we can shock an enemy with the next shot. Understood. On C-ball break, we'll do on weapon shot, on swap, the next shot shocks. So, huh. And then as long as I'm just swapping constantly, that is not what I meant to grapple onto. You know, this is really kind of just like, stop automatically switching my weapon. This is really just kind of like a Doom level, like one of the new Dooms, right? Like, here's a bunch of enemies, you have different abilities, make sure you use your grenade, and then also use your flamethrower so you get armor, and then also use your chainsaw so you get ammo. It's basically just, I guess they're trying to refine that playstyle, right? Hey, all of the combat elements is just really fast, really frenetic. Uh-oh, we're getting outside of the zone. Mission summary. All right, so that's the tutorial. And no parkour!
You okay? Had to boot you from the tutorial. A bug almost flatlined you. The Deadlink protocol still glitches, and I don't know why. I'd never want the director's pet to end up in a vegetative state. Ah, speaking of the director, he'll be arriving at the HQ soon, gloriously returning from Congress. They've yet to ratify us. That's where you come in. Why don't you show him some results?
Why don't you show him you killing people? All right, so we have the shotgun, the rocket launcher, grapple, and the scrambler. Unavailable in demo, unavailable in demo. We're just gonna play normal soldier at normal difficulty. Why do we look like a freaking Terminator? I don't know why we look like a Terminator. Uh-oh, I've been activated. The assault robot has been activated. Okay. Couple of things. Auto swap when no ammo. No! Block swap to secondary with no ammo. No! Head bob animation strength. We can probably reduce that a bit. Targeting style, crosshair. Keep it on default, I suppose. Targeting marker style, default. Keep everything kind of just on, I suppose. Good enough. Okay. And then we go to controls, key bindings. Select, since you only have 2 weapons, select primary, select secondary. Done.
Welcome Welcome to the CSA, Agent. Try not to waste our resources. Make a good show for the director.
I feel like I'm playing Deus Ex now. Kitty cat. All right. Even that door opening dropped the frame rate to 45. The frame rate's only 70 FPS though. It is a bit slow. Can we go to here and go to advanced anti-aliasing, temporal AA, frame smoothing off, limit frames on, go to 60, film grain off. There you go. Hopefully it'll at least try to render a little bit consistently. Now, how do I get up here? Am I going this way? I have a double jump. I'm a dummy. You know what? Good tutorial there. Thank you, game, for letting me remember that I do in fact have a double jump. Otherwise, I definitely would have forgotten that I had a double jump. Oh, hold on. I should probably try not to take so much damage, but it's a hard game to learn. Do I have to punch these things manually when I'm grappled on them? Let me see. No, they'll break anyways. Excellent. Kinda says the melee in this game actually does something, unlike Eternal. So far, grubby. So far we're getting there, figuring it out. There's an implant 60 meters away. Implant, implant, implant! Weapons deal 50% extra damage for 5 seconds. Passive 10% critical damage up. Next grenade deals more damage, grenade capacity increased. I mean, I see. The active part of the implant requires more energy. So I can take the passive in this slot. The only thing that can accept the active of 3 energy is on C-ball break. Because on weapon swap, you can activate it so quickly, it has to be a lesser effect. I understand. But C-ball breaking giving me 50% more damage, I'm calling it by its name. C-ball! That thing breaking, the money ball, does provide me with the opportunity to buff my own damage. So, donk. Honestly, I guess with the rocket launcher, you don't really need to worry so much about... Get out of here. You don't have to worry so much about this thing's happening here. Hitting the enemies directly or doing more damage. How's the ammo work here? Do weapons passively reload? No? The shotgun does though. Maybe because it's a primary weapon, it automatically reloads. We can get a med tech, a weapon mod, or a heavy weapon. Let's go heavy weapon. Rocket launcher equipped with electric capsules. Rocket launcher equipped with incendiary grenades. Or bone grinder rocket launcher level 2. More damage, more explosive radius, crit damage, and knockback. I mean, we'll take a... It's all rocket launchers. We'll take fire? Effective against biological, weak against robots. But, you know, let's take a look at it. So this is like the roguelike element of it. We're in an area, there's exits, we can choose what loot that we want in each location. Understood.
The combat shell can make C-balls print ammo. You know, those round things you see scattered about? Crack them open, receive projectiles.
Yeah, so the secondary weapon, it has limited ammo. The primary weapon has unlimited ammo. Okay, we gotta let the shaders build up first. Oh my god, the lag. It's so good. So we get ammo in the rocket launchers by picking it up. We don't have to reload it. You have to reload your primary weapon. But it seems to also passively reload it, kind of. The stuttering, I have to admit that it's kind of annoying, but realistically, that's an Unreal problem. I don't know why Unreal has yet to actually, no, tab is not map. Is there a map? There's no map. I don't know why Unreal is yet to be able to actually, like, solve the problem. You think they would, but I guess not. Reduce cooldowns, ignite marked enemies. Overclock module required for the full version. I'll take the thing that I can actually use. Yeah, it gets better once it loads everything, but it's still, it's shaders, it's like asset streaming. There's a couple of problems that it could be, and it's an annoying problem. Okay, hold on. Get out of here. It's an annoying problem, but it's a problem that, you know, I don't know when they're actually going to be able to resolve. I guess here's the question. Is this game made in Unreal 4 or Unreal 5? Fat Man, forgot about them, says username. Preloading would be a nice option. It would be. Deadlink game engine. This is made in Unreal 4. No, is it? Hold on. No, RoboQuest is Unreal 4. This one just says Unreal. Unreal 4. That explains part of it, because Unreal 4 in particular is really bad about asset streaming and like shader compilation. So that makes sense. Shop, credits, weapon mod. Let's go weapon mod. You still would hope that they could fix it, but whatever. Rate of fire, toxic. Let's take toxic. It's got a toxic capsule on the side of the shotgun now. Oh! Hey, fatso. Oh no! Hold on, gotta reload my gun. Also, need to come up here. You know what? I'm not entirely certain why this shotgun doesn't seem to actually be able to, or sorry, the rocket launcher doesn't seem to be able to actually hit enemies the way I want it to now. I think it's because it's not actually a rocket launcher, it's a grenade launcher. I think it got changed at some point. Yeah, I much prefer it to explode on impact, but it's not doing that anymore, unfortunately. Implant. That looks like a barrier that stops a car from moving across the surface. It doesn't look like an explosive box. Shotgun damage increased by 20% for 5 seconds. Shotgun capacity increased by 1. Neurotransmitter booster stacks are removed upon taking damage. Critical damage increased by 20% per stack. Let's take better shotgun damage. Yeah, the heavy weapon must have changed how it functioned, but it said it was the same weapon, but I guess it wasn't the same weapon. At least I think it said it was the same weapon, which maybe it didn't. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello? Oh. That is not the purple thing I thought it was. Man, I could really go for a little bit more healing. Maybe I should stop taking so much dumb damage. Danger zone! Lana! The shop. Hello, shop. Extra slot. Buy an additional implant slot. Store health for 200. I have 326 right now. Drag an implant here to zap it for credits. And this is stuff that we can't access because we're in the demo. Let's just heal and then move on. You know, another thing I should probably do, just to make it a little bit easier for myself, key binding, punch, middle mouse, no. Mouse 4, please. First ability, QF, is that right? Yeah, QF, that seems about correct. Much better. Danger zone! The spider bot. I do like the, how that is, zooms in on it a little bit. That's pretty nice. That's not gonna do anything on you, apparently. Look, I don't understand Japanese, which is what I assume this is. You weird spider bot. So the idea with the people is that I should probably be getting in there, punching them to death, and then taking their HP. Although maybe, oh no, use the grappling hook, mark some, how does that work? Good. If you grenade them, they get marked and drop something. This guy dropped armor charges, so will you. You're not marked at all. But all of your abilities mark enemies in the same way and they give you shields. That seems to be the case. Otherwise, when you kill someone, you don't get anything out of them. Hold on. Go up here. Did not get a lot of ammo from that. You are unmarked. Now you're marked. I see. So the holographic marking that you can put on enemies is important, as you would expect. I feel slow, which is a little ironic coming from a game where speed is the primary factor. I guess using your like grappling hook to fling you to the other side of the map is important, but I feel slow when I'm just kind of walking. Hey, I'm walking here. You didn't give me anything. It's a bit of a long fight. I see we should probably be shooting at their crits, at the crit markers, aka the top of the tank. not you. This is an exceptionally long boss fight. Still out of ammo. My grappling hook takes forever to recharge. Don't use F there. That was a very dumb F. Honestly, the fat guy has done more damage to me than the boss has. Plus 10 temporary shield. Alright, don't run into the boss. The boss fights are the weakest aspect of the game in my opinion, says username. Which is weird for a game to have, but yeah. Like, I get the game, I get the game. Fast-paced, frenetic combat, you're jumping around, you're moving around. It's like all of I forget what it's called in Doom Eternal, where you have to do like that room of combat where you're locked in, you have to fight like 50 enemies at a time. It's like that. But in a roguelite form, you go from room to room and you pick up upgrades and whatnot. But that boss fight is just long, and I feel slow. Like I'm assuming that you get more upgrades and stuff as you progress through the game, and you get like the actual full version instead of the demo version. But I'm just like slowly trudging around. I've got like a 10-second cooldown on my grappling hook. Slayer gates, thank you, Connie. Yeah, I feel slow. I feel very slow. And on a boss fight like this that has like infinitely summoning minions, I tend to not be a fan of that. I feel like it's a design flaw if you have to keep throwing enemies at the player in order to give them health and ammo and shields. But that's kind of the point of this game, is you're constantly fighting lots of enemies. So it's supposed to, I guess, make sense in this package. But yeah. Here's the thing, much better than Unyielder. But unfortunately, the game does suffer pretty immensely from performance issues, because it's written in it's built in Unreal 4, which is just notorious for stuttering and shader compilation and asset streaming, and it's pretty terrible. It gets better as you play the game, because then it doesn't have to do that streaming. But like this is on an SSD. My computer's pretty strong. The stuttering is annoying, but honestly, the gameplay seems fine. The boss is long, and as you get better at the game, I'm sure you're gonna have more of an easier time fighting the boss and also dealing with the enemies and knowing exactly when you're cool. You'll have a better mental kind of timer of, oh, my cooldown's probably ready now. I can use this. But yeah, like I can see it. Seems like a pretty fun game. Deadlink upgrades. Damage. Okay, so I mean that makes a little bit more sense, having an extra dash, because the dash seemed to be a little slow as well. So I can understand extra dash. Alternate heavy weapon selection becomes available, and then you get more items in the shops. All damage output increased by 5%. These are Deadlink upgrades, not available in the demo. And I assume that there's also different characters that you can play. I mean, we only have Soldier, but then there's gonna be other ones, probably give you different, not only equipment to start with, but maybe other slots as well. I don't know. But yeah, Deadlink. Decent. Very neon. I like the aesthetic of it, honestly. It's a very pretty looking game. And it definitely fits the bill of a FPS roguelite. For now, I don't think I'm gonna play another run, because I get it. But for now, for those of you on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next Let's Look At.